Double eviction night! Hello ladies and gents, Romie Reviews here. Please like, comment, subscribe. This is my review for, let's try and get this color balance to go a little bit better. So this is my review for Celebrity Big Brother Season 2, Episode 11. Double eviction night. We're almost done. It went by quickly. I thoroughly enjoyed this. And again, please support my other channel, Romie Whispers ASMR. I have a new video up. It's actually another roleplay video. So the link's below and above. Appreciate it. And let's get started with, we have to get the backstory of what's going on. Now that Lolo and Ricky are put up, it's not Lolo. Now that Natalie and Ricky are put up, Lolo, Ricky, and Natalie are all trying to figure out, it's game time. It's game time. And that's just what it needs to be. We know we can't trust Tom. We knew we couldn't trust Tom before. We definitely can't trust him now. And so Tom doesn't have many people to talk to. Remember, Tamar is supposed to pretend like she's neutral-esque, but really aligned with the people in her room. So she can't go and talk to Tom. So she gets her information from Tom by way of Candy. Candy, again, was playing today. Tom feels like he wants to do some big moves. Tom makes a very fatal mistake because Tom isn't sure about what he just did. Remember, he's super paranoid, and because he's super paranoid, he's actually easily manipulated. And one of the things that he doesn't do is the people that he's supposed to be aligned with, he doesn't give them much clues. He doesn't give them much information. But that doesn't matter right now. What matters is it's a power veto time. And everyone gets picked except for Lolo. Remember, if Lolo got picked, she would have been able to potentially take off one of her group members if she won the power veto. Because she didn't win, actually get picked, now there's no way that both of them could be okay. One of them is leaving the house unless there's a twist to save them. And there's not. Tom, like I said, he's pretty much kind of alone off to himself, just preparing for the power veto. And this one is where they dress up. They're dressed up like, I guess how people working class would dress up in the 30s or whatnot, where they had the long johns, but they still have a suit on. It was a weird time, a very weird time. Long johns with a suit on, and they all have those black short-cut bob wigs. Oh, and that mustache that reminds me of Hitler, which actually Hitler's was a lot smaller, but it just, the look reminded me a little bit too much of that, so I wasn't feeling that. But remember, the important part is Natalie or Ricky need to win this competition. This competition is a color competition where they have to go and see the sequence of colors, and they have to accurately guess which color it is based on the question. So, for example, what was the second to last color? Or what was the first color and the last color in the sequence? And one by one, people got knocked out. Tamar did not want to win because remember, Tamar is supposed to be riding both sides of the fence. So she can't win. If she wins, then she'll have to actually make a choice that could mess up her game. So she purposely loses round 2, the same round that Candy lost. But Candy was trying to win. Whoa! Did you get all of that? In the end, it got down to Tom and Natalie, and Tom won. Tom won, which means that he has the HOH and the veto. Tom has been killing it this season. The people who I didn't think would be killing it this season are killing it this season. So now it's decision time. Tom is talking to Candy, and Tom feels like, he has an idea. It's a bad one, though. Tom does not like Ricky because he feels like he's really manipulative and could coast to the end. Because of that, he wants Ricky gone. He's always said that he's wanted Ricky gone. Because he wants Ricky gone, he's willing to take down Natalie because Natalie is seen as such a threat in comparison to Ricky as far as the rest of the house is concerned. He doesn't believe that he'll have enough votes to get Ricky out, which means that he wants to take down Natalie and put up someone else. And Candy had to drag it out of him. But then he said, he's thinking Tamar. I'm thinking, so you think that they would keep Tamar over Ricky? Come on. And Candy was pissed because Candy's looking at him like, really? Really? That's my... I mean, that's someone in the game that that I know, and I'm not just gonna go and let her go down, to the wayside, because if you think that they're going to vote to keep her instead of Ricky, you don't know what everyone is thinking. And so, no, I'm not with that. No, this isn't a democracy. This is a democracy, not a dictatorship. I'm not for it. I'm not with it. So then Tamar meets up with Candy, and Candy lets Tamar know that, hey, you're probably going to go up as a replacement. And I'm thinking, Candy, why would you tell Tamar that? So then Tamar said, oh, I'll act cool. Everything's fine. Everything is never just fine with Tamar. So Tamar goes into her room. Everyone is in there. Her usual clique is in there. And she tells them that, oh boy, over there, Mr. Tom Green wants to go and put me up. Here's what's not going to happen. I'm not going to beg for safety from him. I am not going to beg on my hands and knees for him to, oh, Mr. Tom, come and save me. I said, oh, here we go. Here we go with the dramatics. But it's working for her. That's why I said this may work out, because the dramatics have been working for Tamar. So then we get to her going off on Tom, saying, oh, you are a bully. You are a bully. You have the power, and you're just flaunting it, and you're making everyone feel uncomfortable, and it's your way or the highway, and oh, it's fine. Oh, it's not an issue. How are you saying it's not an issue? I'm the one that would be up on the block, not you. So how are you gonna go and tell me that's not an issue? I don't want to hear that. You are a bully. Candy is shaking her head in the other room like, oh my God, why did I tell this woman? You told her because she helped save you. That's why you told her. And trust me, you knew that Tamar would bug out. Everyone knew that Tamar would bug out. So now Tom's feelings are hurt. He feels bad because he's like, I'm not a bully. That's not who I am. I'm not trying to look a certain way. And I said, oh, she may have actually saved herself. In that moment when he said, watch, I'm going to do something that no one expects. That's when I realized Tamar actually saved herself, because he locked his door and he didn't want to talk to anyone after that. So he was talking to us, the camera, and he said, I'm going to make a big move. Because the thing is, Tom was thinking, maybe if I do this move, I can stay in the house longer, since it appears that I'm enemy number one. Now it's time for the power of veto. And everyone feels like they're possibly on the chopping block. He goes, they do their speeches, as in Natalie and Ricky. And Tom Green says, I'm giving this to the person who, outside of this house, he's a legacy, he's a legend. I really respect him because of that, and I want to show some good faith. So Tom Green, I said, what? Tom! Like Soldier Boy. Tom! Oh my gosh. Tom? Really? Everyone was shocked. They were like, what is going on here? What is going on here? And that's when he had to pull up a replacement. So now he said, I really respect you and everything that you did, and, go America. I said, uh-oh, Lolo? And, you're going to do well in the Olympics, and, I love you. This isn't personal. He puts up Lolo Jones. What? Okay. Woo! I couldn't believe it. Ricky just got saved off. I'm like, why? Oh my gosh. So now Lolo and Natalie are having a mini meltdown. They're trying to hide it, but they're having a mini meltdown because they feel like, okay, so he lied to both of us, and now one of us is going home, and there's something that we could do. Tamar was just shocked because she thought she was going up after the argument. And so now Tamar's talking to Candy like, what is going on here? And Candy said, I promise you. He said that he was going to put you up. So I don't know what's going on with him. I'm happy he didn't. He did what I wanted him to do by not putting you up and putting up the two girls. That's exactly what I wanted. But still, he's all over the place. And so that's what we just have to accept from him. Tamar goes and tells Natalie, because at first Natalie told Lolo she's not going to go and try and get votes. Tamar said, "You're a competitor. You want to stay in this house. Why wouldn't you want to go and fight for your right to stay in this house? Go and get them votes. Just ask them, are you going to vote for me? That's it. That's it. You don't have to say anything negative about Lolo. Just ask, are you going to vote for me? Do I have your vote?" She talked to Dina, and Natalie talked to Dina and talked to Ricky, and they said, Ricky said he was leaning towards Natalie, which I said Ricky lies all the time, so he's probably going to choose Lolo. And Dina said she wasn't sure. So now they go and do their speeches, and by a vote of, what was it, 4-0? Natalie, you are evicted from the Big Brother house. Yep. So she's gone, and, you know, the exit speech, it wasn't too long because now it was the final Breaking Celebrity News edition. And so now there's going to be a special competition that's going to happen right now. And I already watched the episode, but as far as it was progressing, they were having an impromptu competition for safety. It was the first time they ever had a safety competition on that level, where you were immune from getting evicted. And what was that? Anyway, Julie does talk to Natalie a little bit, and Julie does say, you know, you were in an alliance with Tom and Kato at one point, but you decided to not go after Ricky when they said that you should have gone after Ricky. She said, well, Ricky did nothing to us, and I just felt like it was dumb to do that when I had the option to do it. I didn't realize it was a dictatorship. I thought I had the option to do it. So it should have never been a situation where they were upset at me and went off on me. I have a choice. And even though she's right, we know how this show goes. When you don't do something that someone suggests, they hold it against you. Period. Now it's the safety competition. And throughout the house, scattered throughout the house, we have all of these people who are blending into the scene. Well, I shouldn't say all. There's some people who aren't. So they're made up like statues. And some people are laying in beds, but they're the same color as the sheets, or they're the same color or stylings of the wall. And you have 90 seconds to go in the house and guesstimate how many living statues there are. And Tamar wins with 19. The answer was 22, and she was close enough at 19. I said, Tamar's good with those visual stuff. I would be good at that too. Spot the differences. I'm good at that. I'm not fast at that, but I am good at that. That's the problem. So Tamar wins. Of course, she was super happy. The audience loves Tamar. Like I knew they would. The audience loves Tamar. I didn't say all the viewers, but I said the audience. They love someone who's extra. They don't care. They love someone who's extra because they don't have that in their everyday life. Anyway, let me stop. So now it's round 2, but this round is actually to determine the HOH. And the person who wins is Lolo. Lolo won, which I think she chose 7 because they took out, oh, I'm sorry, what was it? They took out a bunch of the living statues, and you had to guess how many people were still in there. And she chose 7, and she won HOH. Tamar is through the moon because now Tamar is the second closest person to Lolo aside from Ricky. And she's safe anyway, so she doesn't care. She's definitely acting like, I'm safe. Can't vote me. I mean, you wouldn't anyway. But yeah. And so Lolo, she did not want to choose. She did not want to choose on the spot, but she ends up choosing Tom and Candy. Not Dina, Candy. And she did that because she probably didn't want to go, because remember, we're getting close to jury. So Dina, I could see her definitely taking it personally if she gets put up by certain people, by someone. That's one less vote. It doesn't take much with her. So that's why I think that she chose Candy. She felt like Candy was never really on their side anyway. So why not? So now it's time for them to go and watch this impromptu Big Brother spin-off show where it's, I guess, two previous Celebrity Big Brother contestants, Meta World Peace, and this other guy. I don't know if he's a comedian or something. I've seen his face before, but they're in this house and you have to look at everything. You have to listen to everything that they say. You have to look at everything. And so they're going to ask, like, what colors were the cups? Were all of them red? How many seconds did it take for this to happen? How many streamers? What colors? I mean, were the streamers this color, that color? Because it was a true and false game. And guess who won again? Tamar. It was Tamar versus Ricky at one point. And Tamar, because I was thinking seconds. I'm thinking, how long was... It felt like forever to me. It felt like forever to me. But in how many seconds? When was the first... it was a certain sound or movement or gesture to the end of the show or video. And Tamar said 50 seconds, which I thought was super low. Ricky said 234 seconds, which I thought was also really low. But I was the one wrong. It was 124 seconds, which means Tamar won the power veto. I said, uh-oh. Tamar, you're creating a bigger target on your back. Candy was happy because Candy felt like, all right. So Tamar, Tay, is going to definitely use it on me. But I noticed that Tamar was talking to Lolo and Candy, which made me think, And so then what ended up happening is Tamar said, with my renewed and stronger friendship with Candy, I'm going to go out on faith and not use the power veto. I said, what? What's going on here? I was off. I was over it. And then I realized, wait a minute. But do people think, why would people keep Tom, who keeps winning, and everyone at one point wanted him out, basically, over Candy, who keeps losing everything? And one by one, they all voted out Tom. Tamar was happy. She was like, bye, Tom. And Tamar was dancing. I said, that is a level of petty I am not aspiring to. I'm not. So then, look at Tom. He kept the door open for them. What a class act. All right, and now you go. So now Julie said, we have a lot to talk about. Yes, Tom had a fantastic game. Oh, sidebar, Natalie and Tom had ridiculous amount of applause by the audience. They weren't playing. They enjoyed the gameplay from them. Tom's biggest weakness was how paranoid he was. He kept doing dumb stuff purely out of paranoia. He was good at winning competitions, but he was so paranoid that it basically didn't matter that he won because he would do something to counteract that win. And that's a lot of people's issues in life. Tom also aligned himself with Kato and Scaramucci. As we know, Scaramucci, Anthony wasn't supposed to be a real player, so he already was down one ally, and then as soon as Kato gone, he was pretty much screwed. And Julie brought up a good point. They did go after a lot of the men, which is odd. For that normally doesn't happen. Like, most of the women are still in that house. Actually, wait a minute. Except for Natalie, it's like almost all the women are still there. Wow. This has to be a record or something. There's only one man in the house. And they keep forgetting about him. Everyone keeps forgetting about Ricky. He's doing a good job. A great job. But yeah, they targeted all the strong men, took them out, and as if the women couldn't get them out. And so now it's just Ricky. So now it's time for it's the final five, and there's going to be a lot happening quickly because the finale is next week, Wednesday. So Julie said, remember, there's going to be an eviction. There's going to be, and the person who wins the next HOH or something will be able to choose the two people going. I said, ooh. Oh. Okay. So that's pretty much it. Please like, comment, subscribe. I come back Monday because it comes back on Monday. Come back Tuesday, I should say. So that's it. Great episode. Thanks.